All right. Focus. Pay attention. And you just might learn something right here in this video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Paula Zay Anthony, and this is Paula Zay Talks. And today, we're going to be talking about focus, or things related to focus. I have been in a very focused mode when it comes to building and creating and being a content creator. I've been really focused, okay? And I've been using a lot of different tricks, tips, tactics that really keep me on my game whenever I'm feeling off, wherever I'm feeling like I don't know what the next move is. I usually get some knowledge, I get a few downloads, and those really help me to move forward into the next steps of my journey. And I want to share those tips with you. Maybe they'll be able to help you in some way, shape, or form. The first tip I'm gonna go with is it's better to be outstanding at one thing than mediocre at many. And this relates a lot to focus, because with everything that we have going on, it's so easy to just get so caught up in everything that we have as far as social media, news, sports, all of these outlets. But when you actually make the decision to just sit and focus on your vision, sit and focus on what your life path is destined for, man, great things happen. Great things happen when you actually take the time to just sit there and focus and really map out how you're gonna tackle your day. One thing that I've really been doing is every day I set myself up for the next day. So I'll put out a list of things that I need to get accomplished for today. Or I'll have a list of things that need to be accomplished for today. And once those things get accomplished, then I immediately make another list for the following day. So therefore, I already have my mind primed to be like, okay, before I do anything else, I need to get these things done. I need to do my daily rituals. I need to go ahead and work on my business. I need to go ahead and put out this content, and then anything else that comes after that is fine, because I know that I took the time to really work on my business, my craft, and everything. So I found that I would get distracted a lot, right? I found that I would get distracted a lot, and it was only because I never had a set schedule. And even if I did, I had to really, really discipline myself and be like, no, you can't, almost like a child, like, no, you can't do this until you finish that, right? And for me, I do a lot of things, right? I'm multifaceted. I do a lot, more than just YouTube. I do a lot outside of this, right? And it's so easy to get caught up in everything else that you're doing outside of what you mainly need to be focusing on. And so when I took the initiative to create a system to help me focus on this one thing, great things happened. And honestly, it opened up more room for me to focus on the other things that I have to do outside of this, right? So you have to be willing to make up your mind and do the best you possibly can, regardless of anything. When you decide to make up your mind and do the best that you can and focus on that one thing, great things happen. It's not about just getting it done, but it's about who you're becoming in the process of. Yeah, sometimes maybe things don't come out as I want them to. Not all the time, right? But it's the person that I become on the outside of that really makes the difference. So I've run into so many different people that literally create limiting beliefs for themselves because of it's so many different reasons. Either it's because of how it looks in the beginning, or it's because of how somebody feels about it that is really close in the beginning. But no matter what, those beginning stages is never going to be pretty. It's never going to get done the way you want it to get done exactly. But so long as you make up your mind to see it through and do the best you can, you will see growth. I guarantee you. It's so nerve-wracking. I'm telling you, it is nerve-wracking to get in front of a camera and speak your vision and speak your mind to others. And there could be so many different distractions around you, and your mind will literally create an excuse for you. And it's like, it's okay. It's all right. If you're not feeling it, it's okay. But it's a program that needs to be overridden. So you have to see it through. You have to set it in your mind like, no, this is what I'm going to do because this is on my list of things to do, and therefore I am going to complete these things no matter what. So make up your mind and do the best that you possibly can with what you have, no matter what. It's all about attitude at the end of the day. It's all about attitude of gratitude. What is your attitude towards the things that you're truly working for and the things that you want? If you have, let's say, a negative attitude about the things that you're working on, like, for instance, if you've been working on a project for some weeks now, right? And because of what others may say, or because the vision isn't coming out the way you want it, your attitude immediately turns negative. And now you're just like, man, you know what, forget it. This isn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So what's the point in even continuing on? But when you have an attitude of, I know that with every single step I take, I know that with every single move I make, that I'm getting better. I am getting better, and this is going to be the best project I ever create, ever. Let go of any preconceived expectations. I feel like the problem when it comes down to these things is that we have a hard time of letting go. And it can be something like letting go of some past situation that you just can't seem to get over, or letting go of this perfected idea of this is how it needs to be, or a relationship, or whatever the case is. But we have a problem of letting go. And when you activate the energy of letting go, when you can activate that within you, you essentially open yourself up to more blessings. Hold fast, we fail. Let go, we grow. The tighter you hold on to things, you don't leave space for other opportunities to open up and come into your life, right? So you have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to just let go and let things flow and let it happen how it is, right? Sometimes that is the best way too, in order for you to get to that next level. You can't be in control of everything. Sometimes you just have to let go and trust in the universe, in God, whatever you believe in, that you are going to be fine. We are literally designed to handle any and every situation that has ever been thrown at us. Like I was saying earlier before, it's like everybody's mind is designed to handle a certain situation. When we come into this world, there are going to be problems that are tailored to who we are, and our brain is designed to handle those situations. So whatever you think a situation can be, I promise you, you are able to handle it. You are able to handle it. You do yourself a disservice when you don't tackle whatever problems you may face. Because literally that problem can be that next point that you need in order to grow to the next level. But we're so afraid of the unknown, and we don't know what it is. And if we don't see it, if we can't see it physically, then it leaves us paralyzed. So it's important that you trust. You trust in the universe, you trust in yourself. And think about it like this. Imagine every other situation you've ever been in back then and where you are now. You made it through alive. That leads me to my next point, right? Because there are 3 types of people in the world, right? There are 3 types of people in the world. The unfortunate, the uncommitted, and the committed. The unfortunate is the type of person that's always like, woe is me. Always crying wolf. Always aggravated about life because they see where they are and they're not happy with where they are. And therefore, because they're not happy, they tend to try to ruin other people's day, which essentially ruins their day even more, right? So these are the type of people that just end up being stuck in a situation for a long period of time because they're too blinded by their own ego or too blinded by their own sadness to understand that life is so much greater than what they perceive it to be. And, those are just the type of people that are just like, woe is me. See, I wish I would have done this, or I was in this position and I was doing, the folks that always talk about how great their past was and don't live in the present moment. The next is the uncommitted. And the uncommitted is like the person that plays it safe. Someone who has one foot in, one foot out. They do enough to get by, but they're not truly committed to anything that they say that they're gonna do. They have a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations. They have the potential, but they don't commit. They don't commit to anything. They'll say this, they'll do that, but at the end of the day, they're discontent with their life. And therefore they rush and they do so many different things because it's like a flight or fight response, right? So they're not really living in abundance or in a present moment. So therefore they don't commit to anything because they think, well, if I don't get this sort of outcome in this amount of time, then yeah, I'm just gonna quit and do something else. And those are the type of people that jump from thing to thing to thing with little to no experience. Like they've tried so many different things, but they never committed to just that one thing. And that one thing could have literally changed their whole life. And then there's the committed. And it speaks for itself. This is the person that is truly committed to learning, truly committed to their growth, truly someone who is happy with where they are in life because they know that it's only going to get better from here. They know that this isn't their final destination, that their life is going to unfold in a way that is so unexpected. This is the type of person that dares to follow their heart because they know the universe reveals its secrets to those who do. And it's a beautiful place to be because even when you're in a situation that may not be favorable to you, you make the best of it and you extract whatever lesson there needs to be, and you take it and you go and apply it in other areas. That is a beautiful space to be in, honestly. And the thing is, those other spaces aren't necessarily bad spaces to be in either, because every space that we embody is always trying to teach us something. If you feel like you're not in the place that you want to be, it's because you need to shift your focus. But nonetheless, it's important to understand where you are. If you are one of these, understand what you need to do in order to shift into the next level. That leads me into my next point as well. Instead of just reacting to life, you need to act first. And so many times we just react based on things that are happening in our lives, and we can't seem to just understand the lesson that's being taught to us in every moment. So therefore we just act out of emotion, right? We just act because it made us feel some type of way, but instead we don't just take a moment to be like, well, what is this trying to teach me, right? What lesson is this moment trying to teach me? I can't tell you how many times I have just reacted to life and I just did not get the results that I was looking for. And therefore, it just put me in a state of just like upsetness, if that's a word. It just put me in a state where I was just really upset, and I just didn't, and it carried on into other aspects of my life. I was upset and it carried into other aspects of my life, and therefore it ruined anything else that I had going on for that day. So nowadays, when anything happens in life, I act first, right? I don't wait for life to happen to me, because I happen to life. right? And that's the mentality that you must embody if you truly want to take control of your life. If you truly want to focus and get that business off the ground or whatever it is that you're doing. If you want to get to that next level in your career, you can't be reactive all the time when life happens to you. You have to act. You have to be like, okay, you have to be solution oriented. You have to be like, okay, what will it take for me to get this situation under control? What is it going to take for me to put things back into perspective so that way I can handle this, right? Instead of reacting to life, act first. Just gonna put that right there. Still recording? Okay, good. The best teachers are those who are excited and emotionally involved in their subjects. This kind of follows into my next point because I truly believe that when you act first instead of reacting to life, it puts you in a better emotional state because too many times we are distraught emotionally, and therefore it leaves us in a place where we're not able to grow how we truly feel. I'm gonna delete that. Instead of reacting to life, act first, right? So this leads me to my next point, right? Because instead of when you start to act instead of reacting, you become more emotionally stable. And I feel like when you're more stable with your emotions, you're happier and you're able to extract so much more out of life. And that leads me into my next point. The best teachers are those who are excited and emotionally involved in their subjects. The best teachers in life are those who are excited and emotionally involved in their subjects. Now, what does that mean? Teachers who just teach just because they have a job and a quota to fill, they're not getting to their students. They're not really getting to them. They're not understanding their needs or what they require in order to grow. But when somebody is emotionally connected, emotionally invested, and somebody actually truly cares about what they do and what they love, you know it, and it resonates with the other person so much to where they just want to sit down, pay attention, and learn from others. Because more than just the lesson, people are listening to see how passionate you are about what it is you're talking about. And if you're not passionate about what you do, if you don't love what you do, guarantee nobody else is gonna love what you do either. So you have to first be emotionally connected to your subject, right? That way you can be a great teacher and literally increase your happiness. You literally become happier in life when you're able to emotionally connect with others and emotionally connect with the subject. Like this. I love doing this. I love helping people, and I love being an inspiration, and I love to just speak with passion. Because you don't really see that a lot. So many times you see people and they speak low, they speak uninspiring, it's just mundane. But how many people do you see on a day-to-day basis and they speak with passion, they speak with emphasis, they speak and you know that whatever it is that they're doing in life, they enjoy it to the fullest. So in order to be a great teacher, you must first be emotionally connected to your subject, and it increases your happiness too. The happiest people on earth are those who are emotionally involved in what they're doing. And the happiest people on earth are the ones that are emotionally involved in what they're doing. I can't imagine somebody doing something and not have any emotion behind it, because it doesn't resonate well. Like I said before, it just doesn't resonate. It won't resonate with others. If you're trying to show somebody something and you're not connected to that thing emotionally, then that other person is not going to get it. Plus, you're not going to be the best version of yourself. You're not going to be the happiest version of yourself if you're trying to do something that you're not passionate about, you're not going to be happy. You're not. And that's going to have an effect on the others around you as well. So do what makes you happy, do what you love, and do it with passion every time. And I guarantee you, the people around you will notice that, and they'll see the passion that you have for what it is that you do. They'll see the love that you have for what it is that you do. And I guarantee you, they're going to resonate with that so much. So much. I got this quote from a video that I listened to today, right? Machines go obsolete because they're unable to change. Machines go obsolete because they're unable to change. And what does that mean? I mean, it means what it sounds like. Machines go obsolete because they don't change, right? And over time, like, for example, like your vehicle, right? Over time, it's going to break down because it can't change, unless you get a whole new motor or whatever. That vehicle is eventually going to break down, right? The same thing can be said about people. If people are unwilling to change, then eventually they get stuck. Eventually they stop growing. Eventually they just, they're not even living anymore. They're just existing, right? And an unobserved life is not worth living. A life that is unobserved is not worth living. So correlate a machine to a person, and you will notice that a machine will not change unless the person changes it. Same way with a person. If the person doesn't take the initiative to change themselves, then they themselves will not change. The biggest thing in life is learning. The biggest thing in life is learning. Whether you're in school, whether you're working, whatever the case is, you have to continue to learn. When you stop learning, life will pass you by. And in the age that we're living in, things are just happening so quickly. And if you don't keep up, if you don't try to understand, if you don't have an open mind, then this world is going to leave you behind. So continue to grow, continue to learn, and never stay stagnant. Continue to move. This world is huge. And I don't know about you, but I've yet to see the world, and I plan to. Very soon, I plan to. It's too big to just stay in one spot. It's too big. And I'll end with this. Learning is key. Learning is fundamental. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, just continue to learn. Continue to learn, and you will continue to grow. Because education is elevation, and the more you learn, the more you earn. Every day I look around me and I say, what lesson can I extract from the day? It's so easy to go through your day with the same routine, but you have to shake things up. You have to be willing to learn something new and share that with somebody. For me, if I learn something, I have to share it because it sticks with me better if I share it with somebody else, right? If I'm able to teach it and somebody else is able to take the lesson and utilize it in their life, right? I don't share anything that I don't use in my life. And if it works, of course I'm gonna share it. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna share it because it may not have worked for me, but it could probably work for somebody else. But yeah, just continue to learn. Continue to learn, and that's all I got for you. I hope that you was able to get some value out of this. As always, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. I truly believe we do better when we grow together, so let's continue to grow with one another. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified whenever I publish another video, and leave some good words of wisdom in the comment section. Leave something that you got away, that you took away from this video as well. And yeah, that's it. Merch, leave in the description as well. And as always, go out there and be great. But remember to be you, be unique, and remember that anything is possible. Peace.